is how do we reconnect with our learning walls after we've had a little bit of time away? In my publication, Evidence of Inquiry, I talk about Walk the Wall. And this was actually inspired by Matthew McConaughey. I don't know if anybody is a fan of him, but I read his memoir and he talked about these walks that he does to kind of go inward to be able to find a little bit of purpose and meaning for certain things he's been encountering in life. And when I read his memoir, it made me think about walking the wall and the opportunities that could potentially bring to not only us or to our students. So, Carly, you kind of hit the nail on the head, but I'm going to go a little bit more narrow and a little bit more specific here. We can ask our learners, whether they are younger or adult learners, to walk or talk the wall, and we pair students up or we pair adult learners up. I've done this with adult learners, some educational assistants who I didn't see like on a regular cadence. That was the prompt when they came into the room, was to go find a partner. And then on, the screen or on the board, I had a little bit of a prompt. And that prompt could be really open-ended. That prompt can be very specific. Again, just that invitation to remind our learners that they're thought partners together, so that way they're doing more of the heavy lifting. That gives us an opportunity to step back so they can step forward, and then we can lean in and listen, right? What connections are they making? What are possible, areas or opportunities for provocation that we can tie into next? And what are things that they're wondering about? Some things that you could potentially ask your students to turn and talk with a thought partner are looking at some of the artifacts here. What still matters to us and what makes you say that? Really, then, with an interrogative lens, our learners have to go and kind of take a look at what's on the wall and why does that matter? Now, again, if we think about building agency over time, if this is something that we're doing for the very first time with our learners, we're going to need to do a little bit of scaffolding or modeling of what that could look like and sound like. Adult learners, that might also look the same as well too. Sometimes as well too, I'll throw something new on the wall. My learners are away, and the prompt will be take a look at the learning wall and find something that's new to you. Now, the new could actually be something physically new, or it could be something that they totally overlooked and it could feel new to them. I've definitely had students do this before, and they're like, I've never seen that before. And I know that was part of a lesson from several weeks ago, but it doesn't really matter. It gets them talking about something. And then also, this one's kind of a little bit more open-ended. And again, it depends on your group and your context, because there's a little bit more ambiguity to this prompt. But what's missing here, right? If we're talking about an essential question, maybe there's something that the students or our learners could be able to identify that's missing in this space. Again, that probably is a little bit more of a stretch, but those are some nice prompts as well too for us to be able to walk or talk the wall.